Polls conducted by 2 Israeli newspapers suggest Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to win the upcoming parliamentary poll in just 4 days' time. Yet his support appears to be dwindling, with many right-wing voters now regarding Netanyahu's policies as too soft. RT's Paula Slier looks into what challenges he could face if re-elected.
He's the surprise success story of Israel's election campaign, a right-wing millionaire who says a Palestinian state would be suicide for Israel. Naftali Bennett used to work for Prime Minister Netanyahu, but now he's working at taking supporters away from him. Like this man, who used to be a die-hard supporter of Netanyahu's Likud party until these elections rolled around.
The Likud is a bus full of right-wing members of Knesset with a left-wing person driving the bus, as far as Benjamin Netanyahu. And I think that even though I am opposed to a Palestinian state, as is, I would say, most members of the Likud, obviously Benjamin Netanyahu is for it.
The irony is that while the world sees Netanyahu as a right-wing leader, at home he's losing face among erstwhile supporters for not being hawkish enough. This is part of the right-wing campaign he's up against.
There are some things we all know will never happen. The Sopranos will never return for another season. Rami Kleinstein will not grow an afro, and a peace agreement with the Palestinians will not happen.
Promises like this have put Bennett's Jewish Home Party in third position. It's poised to take more than 12% of parliamentary seats. Analysts say Netanyahu, while still expected to serve another term, is running scared. He's upped his rhetoric.
I say, in the most clear of terms, the Western Wall is not occupied territory. I don't care what the UN says. We will build in Jerusalem because it's our right.
Netanyahu's Likud list has grown even more right-wing, with radicals like this woman high up in the pecking order.
The Likud Beitenu party is a party with values. The state of Israel is a state of the Jews, whose eternal capital is Jerusalem.
But what will be the implications of such rhetoric after the elections? Many Israelis are asking themselves about the day after. Will Netanyahu become more right-wing and risk drawing Israel into conflicts with its neighbours? Or will he back down and risk losing face among his supporters? Speaker Shachak is hoping for the latter, that Netanyahu will listen to world opinion and reach a compromise with the Palestinians. He knows all too well what the current cycle of violence can bring. Tzvika's daughter was killed in a suicide bombing 17 years ago.
We don't have, unfortunately, in the centre and the left, a leader who is significantly charismatic to lead this country and give its people hope. The left is also divided, but I do think Netanyahu will find a way to compromise because of world pressure.
But that compromise won't come easy. Naftali Bennett's solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is to annex most of the West Bank, while allowing Palestinians limited self-rule in the rest. And while that might not seem a plausible idea to most in the international community, it's exactly what his constituency wants to hear, a fact Netanyahu is acutely aware of. Paula Slier, RT, Tel Aviv.
And RT will be closely following the campaign trail in Israel, including election next Tuesday. For in-depth coverage, stay tuned to RT and visit our website, rt.com.
How will tension with Tehran develop? Will settlement expansion isolate? Can there be peace with Gaza? What's next in relations with America? Will Netanyahu survive his snap election on January 22nd? Israel decides on RT.